$3 for Marcelin. Kahila Baby goes up and the field is set to run for the second. Field of 7, 1,300 metres. And they're set to run. Ready. And they're racing. Kahila Baby drops straight back to the tail after the start, and Chrysos is going back with it. Marshall Earp showing speed with Solitary Soldier out wide, and Nothing I Want booting up on the inside. Marcelin looks to angle in to be fourth, about 3 off the lead early. 2 lengths to Forces Chrysos, and 2 lengths away Kahila Baby. After 300 metres, Solitary Soldier's fired up in front, and leads, pulls its way to the front by a length and a half. Nothing I Want, and Marshall Earp third the inside. Marcelin fourth the outer, followed by Forces on the inside of Chrysos, and 2 lengths away at the tail of the field was Kahila Baby. Solitary Soldier is the leader at the 600 metre mark by a length and a half. Nothing I Want. Marcelin third on the outside of Marshall Earp. 2 lengths to Chrysos, who covers up Forces. And last of all, Kahila Baby, last of the 7, about 5 off the leader, which is Solitary Soldier. They swing around the home corner, 400 to go. Solitary Soldier and Nothing I Want together. 2 lengths Marshall Earp, Marcelin, and they were followed by Kahila Baby down the outside with Chrysos and Forces last. Solitary Soldier and Nothing I Want together. Marcelin and now Kahila Baby starting to warm up down the centre. Solitary Soldier, Nothing I Want, Marcelin. Kahila Baby trying to pick them up. Solitary Soldier and Nothing I Want together from Marcelin, then Kahila Baby. Solitary Soldier kicking. Marcelin, Nothing I Want, 3 in line. Marcelin. Marcelin gets up to win from Nothing I Want and Solitary Soldier in a terrific 3-way drive. Kahila Baby not far away on the outside fourth, followed by Chrysos, Marshall Earl, and the last one to clock in was Forces. Marcelin down the outside, 2 starts now for 2 victories. 1:16.81 the race time. 1:16.81. And we have the last 600 up at 34.3. We'll check that in a moment.
Right, Matt, thank you. And Shane Moses rode the winner, Marcelin. 290 and 160. Photo placings, check them shortly. Now, here's a last-minute look at the Sutcliffe Stakes market at Flemington, where they're moving into the gates. You'll see the replay 3 minutes after the race is run. Chong Tong, 620. Magic Hatter, 860. Colays, 26. Telson, 560. Go down to 7. Time Deposit from the Waterhouse stable at $3.60. Big hold of 533,000 on the race. Over to Prosecution at 920. And the others at Cricket Score Odds. Skill is the shortest of them at $16. Now, Newcastle numbers are 2, 5 and 1. 2, 5, 1. Marcelin to pay 290 and 160. Nothing I Want got second to pay 380. Insufficient starters for a third dividend, Solitary Soldier. 11.30 Quinella, 17.50 Exacta, 44.20 the trifecta. As we watch the head-on replay of the closing stages at Newcastle, and Shane Moses in the green and gold colours on the right side of your screen is vigorously pushing Marcelin to the line.
They get ready. Line taking good shape presently. Stablemate to Tell Someone. White cap on presently. Red cap on Tell Someone. Just starting to cloud over a little, raining in Geelong. That's to the west here. At the moment, weather still fine. Good crowd, very good crowd here, spreading right across this track out to the corporate car park areas, which have probably been the biggest we've seen this year. Now, Fine and Dapper to come forward. Colace and Magic Hatter. Twiggham and Oran to go forward. Plenty of speed in the race. And they're getting set. And the favourite here is Time Deposit number 7. And the same interest, of course, as Chong Tong from a different stable. Chong Tong just tightening up a little late in the market, has drawn out here. But the favourite Time Deposit, second pick now, Tell Sun. Then Chong Tong tightening up. And Prosecution is kept quite solid in the market too from Skill. And Run Just Run. They're just about set to go here in the 4th for the day. The line is good now. The lights are blinking over at the 1,400 metre start. And the stalls are back and they're off and running, and Prosecution on the inside anticipated the jump and landed in front. Oren went back with Fine and Dapper, and also shortly afterwards Twickham was drifting back. Presently began quickly, one of the leaders settling into stride. Just behind them Run Just Run, and also Colace is whipping around the outside when they settle. Magic Hatter just off them, followed further back in the race now by Tell Sun. Moving forward now, Finbar outside presently. Presently on the inside led Finbar. Further back but caught wide Colace. A length further back Tell Sun around Magic Hatter. Run Just Run the fence. 2 lengths further back is Multi Bonza. Prosecution over on the inside. Chong Tong wide. Then Skill, Time Deposit buried over on the inside, coming down the side. Further back in the race then came Tell Someone. They're followed by Skill, Fine and Dapper, and further back Twickham and Oren last of all. At the 700 on the home turn they race presently, and Finbar. Colace further out from Run Just Run, back on the inside of Tell Sun. Further back in the race Magic Hatter taken to the outside, followed by Chong Tong. Further back in the race then trying to get out is Tell Sun at the 350 metre mark presently. Run Just Run can't get room, and picking them up Chong Tong out wide, sprinting quickly. Then working home is Time Deposit from Magic Hatter, but Chong Tong race clear from Time Deposit, and Colace and Magic Hatter followed by Tell Sun, Twickham and Prosecution, but Chong Tong's racing away, and Chong Tong wins about 3 lengths. Good go for the miners, Colace or Time Deposit. Behind them, Tell Sun, followed by Twickham. Further back, Magic Hatter, Prosecution, Run Just Run. Then further back in the race, Tell Someone from Fine and Dapper. A gap in the race presently, Finbar. Oren, and further back was Skill. Fine and Dapper pulling up quickly, and Multi Bonza is last of all.
1 Chong Tong, Dan Nikolic, $6, $2.20. Photo the Miners, 3 Colace, $8.30. 7 Time Deposit, $1.70.
One is the winner, Chong Tong, ridden by Dan Nikolic. Good effort, never on the track. Chong Tong, number 1, the judge calling on a photo for the Miners. It's 1 and a photo. 1 and a photo here. Chong Tong from a wide gate, never got closer than 3 to 4 from the fence, but sprinted straight past them at the 250. Got away from Colace. Time Deposit work clear. And then Tell Sun. He didn't get a lot of room at the early part of the straight, but this is race right away. Very, very tight for the Miners here. It's a dead heat, in actual fact, a dead heat between 3 Colace and 7 Time Deposit, so it's 1 and a dead heat between 3 and 7. 1 and a dead heat between 3 and 7 in 122.1. Well, he stepped up from winning the L'Oreal Plate here on Derby Day on fast ground, good fast ground when he beat Northboy. And he's gone out to the 1400, had the 457 and gate 13, but he's absolutely bolted in this horse, Chong Tong. For Lee Freedman, Leeds had a terrific carnival. And Michael Freedman is representing the stable. He's talking with Dean now.
Thanks very much, Brian. I'm joined by Michael. And, Chong Tong was a good winner last week. It was exceptional today with the big weight.
Yeah, he's done a terrific job. I mean, we had him in on Thursday, and we just thought, you know, probably at the weights Thursday he wasn't that well treated, and we opted to wait for today. And yeah, he carried the weight, did a good job. Loves the firm ground too.
Yeah. Would he progress on again next week to the Sandown Guineas, or just see play it by ear, I suppose?
Yeah.
Off. Prosecution bounded out well on the inside, presently got away very fast. Away quickly too is Tell Sun going forward on the outside with Run Just Run as they settle into stride now, and Time Deposit has got back to 4th last. Good pace around at the 1100, and it's presently on the inside narrowly. Finbar on his outside. They lead from Colace, who's trapped out 3 wide. Tell Sun a length away deep, being closely followed by Run Just Run, then Magic Hatter. 2 lengths further back in the field then is Prosecution getting up on the inside, closely being trailed by Multi Bonza, who wants to over race. Round the outside comes Chong Tong. 2 lengths further back in the field, Time Deposit over on the inside, trailed by Skill as they near the corner. Well back in the field, Tell Someone from Fine and Dapper, and then Twickham with Oren at the tail. Round the corner, presently on the inside from Finbar. Colace has been 3 deep on the pace all the way. Magic Hatter hard ridden behind them. Run Just Run needing an out, and Tell Sun right behind the leading horses also needs a run. They were trailed then by Prosecution coming through on the inside. 300 to go. Chong Tong's coming with a run down the outside. Tell Someone badly held up still. It's now Chong Tong sprinting quickly at the 200. Time Deposit's got into the clear, coming home well, followed by Colace and then Magic Hatter, but Chong Tong's well clear. He has it shot to pieces. He'll win again. And Chong Tong cruised down and won it by about 3 lengths. Either Time Deposit or Colace for the Miners. Tell Sun right behind them. Again an unlucky one for Ollie. Followed by Twickham, Magic Hatter, and then Prosecution Prosecution. Back behind these to finish Run Just Run, followed by Tell Someone, and back behind them were Fine and Dapper, and then the weakening Presently in Finbar. Oran always well back, Skill amongst the tail enders, and Multibonds are last to greet the judge.
Greg Miles calling the Sutcliffe Stakes at Flemington, and the 7-day backup didn't do that horse any harm. Chong Tong, he won a listed race last Saturday, the L'Oreal Plate. He went better today, 5.60 and 2.10. Colays dead heated for second with time deposit. Colays pays 6.70, time deposit 1.70. Now the 2 Quinellas will be 1 and 3, 34.10, 1 and 7, 5.50. 2 Exactas, 1 and 3, $85, 1 and 7, $12.20, and the trifecta 137 is to pay 204. Brilliant win to that big strapping son of Encosta de Lago with Danny Nikolic on board, and hasn't Lee Friedman had a terrific spring carnival? Okay, there they are in Adelaide on their way to the gates for race 2 at Cheltenham as we update Intrepid.
Two of Australia's most prominent trainers, Gai Waterhouse and John Hawkes. Gai with Trinity College, $2.20, and John with Guide at $2.90. And Air War, Gerald Ryan's representative, number 2 at $5.50. They're coming up into the 1,600 metre gates now for the second of the day. First one by number 5 Restore, B3 Gourmet Paradise, 6th, 3rd Lion Dancer, and 1 ran 4th. Now coming in is Trinity College. And thanks Brendan, only 2 to move in here, Arrogant Lad and Air War. 2.20 Trinity College, 2.90 for Guide. They finished first and second in a recent race at Rose Hill. Guide meeting Trinity College, a kilo better for a length and a quarter defeat. Well, we'll see how things pan out in just a moment. They're all set now. 1,600 on the Hume Highway side, they start. Racing this time, Seafront dwelt slightly but is going through in search of the lead, and as they travel 150 and Seafront goes to the front, but Air War's keen to go faster, and he heads off Seafront at the 1,400, a length though Arrogant Lad, followed closely on the outside next by the Vagrant. Guide the inside, Tussac Flyer next to last, and the favourite a further length away, Trinity College, completing 400, and Seafront shows the way, about 3/4 of a length on Air War. A length away, third is the veteran in the field, Tussac Flyer, going up very quickly, and the jockey obviously wanting to lead on it. About 2.5 then to Arrogant Lad, posted wide, followed by Guide near enough to the rails. The Vagrant is second last, and a length and 3/4 Trinity College. They come onto the side of the track, and they have the 800 marker coming up, and Tussac Flower goes to the front now. Second is Seafront, a length and a quarter, third Air War, and a couple to Arrogant Lad. Guide over on the inside. Trinity College has passed one, and that is the Vagrant. Only about 7 lengths between first and last as they come to the 600, and Tussac Flyer in charge. Air War and Seafront on the outside of Tussac Flyer, with Air War the deepest at the moment, and as they come down the side, and Tussac Flyer's thrown in the towel. Seafront ahead, Air War. Tracking Air War, Trinity College, followed by Arrogant Lad. Guide would need to get a move on, and the Vagrant last as they straighten up, and here's the favourite, Trinity College, throwing down the challenge to Air War. They got to Seafront, and then Arrogant Lad. Guide not doing enough, but Trinity College driven clear by little Lenny Beasley, and it is home and hosed. Trinity College about 2 lengths. Air War second, good go for third. Arrogant Lad will get there, but Trinity College walked in from Air War, Arrogant Lad, Seafront and Guide, and the last 2 were the Vagrant and tailed off Tussac Flyer. Gee, Graham Mapp and his family are having a wonderful run, the owners of Trinity College. They won a race on Thursday at Hawkesbury with Ravenswood, named after that great girls' school at Gordon on the north shore of Sydney. They won a race, the Maps, with Futurama, the first at Newcastle today. And now Trinity College, she's really flying at the moment for getting that run at Rose Hill on the 13th of October. She came out and put light at that by winning at Rose Hill on the 27th. And then she's come out today and walked in. 1, 2, 4, fourth to come. Number 1, Trinity College, L. Beasley, 2:31.60 in New South Wales. Number 2, Air War, ridden by Glenn Collis, has run second. It's paid 2.20. No third for number 4, Arrogant Lad, ridden by Hugh Bowman. The Quinella in New South Wales is $5.30, Exacta $10.40, and the Trifecta $88.90. The winner is by Volksrad from Jade Maria, trained by Gay Waterhouse for the Hobartville Stud Syndicate, the Map family. And L. Beasley up, Air Wars by Air de France from Al Medea, trained by Gerald Ryan, Glenn Collis, and Arrogant Lads by Revilia from End to End, Sean Ritchie, Hugh Bowman. And number 5 is the official 4th, and that is Seafront. 1:37 the overall time there. The record is 1:36.49. It's 1:2.45. Guide disappointing, very one-paced, and well, seemingly had its chance. Winner too good as we confirm those totes. Number 1, 2:30 and 1:60. Number 2 at 2:20. No third for number 4, the Quinella, 5:30. Exacta 10:40. The Trifecta 88.90. The first 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, $181.10. Now, Chris, your margins. 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. The time 1:37 on the last 600. 36.08. Thank you, sir.
Righto, Ian. Len Beasley wins the first 2 at Warwick Farm. Guide got stuck in between horses and just didn't seem to stretch out at all. Trinity College coming back in, 2:30, 1:60. Air War, 2:20. No third, Arrogant Lad. Quinella will pay 5:30. Exacta to pay 10:40. And the Trifecta to pay 88.90. OK, we pick him up again on the turn into the straight. Trinity College was last at one stage, but improved quickly to sweep around the outside at the top of the straight. Quickly collars the leader, Air War, and it's all Trinity College. Guide looking very pluggy, very one pace back in the field. Disappointing, Guide. She's better than that. And Lenny Beasley unsaddling the winner, Trinity College, and now heading for the weighing room. Okey-doke. Retry at 18. Over the page we go with 27,000 in the pool. Capote Rose 53, getting out to 61. Piccolina 46, Please 620. Renee's Magic 980 and Tequila Sheila at $26. Updating Flemington. And this is race 5, the Hilton on the Park Sprint, 1,100 metres. Regal Shot 550, Pembleton $6, Delirious 11, Pittance 35, Mr Royston 840, Scratch 6, 8/8, 870, Strabane $20, Straight Ace 12, Matter of Honour 12, Slipstream 25, Suit $22, Scratch 13, Little Dozer 20, Pastime 28. Cash Kill is $15, 40 for Grey Regent and 57 for the Little Tacker. Now the approximate divs at Doomben as the winner comes back to scale. Molly Singer pays the only divvy to operate. That is attraction between races for the big crowd in attendance. 8 marvellous jockeys. Got back to ride on the hallowed turf of Flemington Racecourse. Lester Piggott, Gary Moore, Jeffrey Lewis, Bob Skelton, representing the fairer sex, the one and only Linda Jones from New Zealand, Brent Thompson, the former Hong Kong champion Tony Cruz, and Sky Channel's own Larry Olsen, who was wearing all purple colours. They'll stand out very clearly. These jockeys between them during their professional careers rode 15,500 winners. 8 champions in action again in the Legends at Flemington.
8 champions from around the world. Set to go. They're off. Lester began well near the inside and Thompson's riding hard in the early part to try and get a position early. Larry Olsen in the purple got away well, but Gary Moore in the orange colours is showing plenty of pace. Near this side, Bobby Skelton and Linda Jones in the pink, and Jeff Lewis has trailed out to be one of the last. Lester, full of running, coming to the 400 metres, is plotting a course right up the middle of the track. It's Lester Piggott out in front from Brent Thompson, then Larry Olsen and Gary Moore down the outside, and Jeff Lewis is coming with a run over on the inside behind Lester, and Tony Cruz is coming with him. They're inside the 200, and Old Longfellow is the leader. Lester Piggott, Brent Thompson coming at him, and Tony Cruz on the far side coming at Lester. Lester and Tony Cruz. Tony Cruz, the Hong Kong hero, beats Lester Piggott. Brent Thompson 2 lengths race third, followed by Larry Olsen, and behind them Jeff Lewis in company there with Gary Moore and Linda Jones and Bobby Skelton. Well, he won it last year and magnanimously eased to the last position this afternoon.
They still have the poise, they still have the balance, and they still have the touch. And wasn't it an absolute delight to see them under silk again? Congratulations to Tony Cruz in defeating the grand master of them all, the legendary Lester Piggott. And Larry Olsen, I'm proud of you, son. That's the sort of form you showed to win a Melbourne Cup, a Golden Slipper, and many other great races during your career. OK, Matthew Hill getting ready at Newcastle for race 3.
Piccolina out behind the line. Favourite is number 5, Empire, at 180 and $1, 570 for Please, and Rene's Magic 960. Thanks, John, and we're just having a little bit of trouble loading Gadfly at this point in time, but it'll be in soon. Sportsmaster's about to take up its position, and Gunya out behind the line as well. Empire at $1.70, 570 for Please, and Switched on Time is $6.30, so we have 4 out of line. Yeah, that's right, 4 out of line. There's one just behind the 900 metre sign that I can't quite pick up which one that is at this point. It's Piccolina. Now Gunya, Switched on Time, and also Piccolina, the final 3 to load. Interesting race. Empire hasn't raced for 19 weeks. Before that was a good second in town at Rose Hill. Wasn't beaten far at all behind Gabfest. Certainly down in grade here. And the only problem, I suppose, the 900 metres. Always need a little bit of luck over this distance. Now Gunya is the second last one to come along, and Switched on Time will be the final one to load. Empire at $1.60, $6 for Please, and Switched on Time is at $6.40. And it looks as though they're all in. Gunya just going up to its gate. It's in one of the wide stalls. And the field looks to be set. Empire, the favourite, drawn towards the middle. Set to go, racing. Piccolina towards the centre was clearly the best to begin. Empire was away with them, settling down midfield early. Please is driving up along the inside to lead. Please is the early leader. From on the outside, Piccolina going quickly up to second. Empire settles in third from Switched on Time, Rene's Magic, Gunya. They were followed by Retry along the inside from Lamides. 2 lengths to Keela, Sheila, Gadfly. At the back of the field, Capiday, Rose and Sportsmasters back with those as they corner. Into the straight at the 400. Please leads by a length and a half. Piccolina and Empire down the outside, about to strike. Switched on Time behind those, and they were followed by Retry, Rene's Magic and Gunya. Empire moves up on the outside of Please at the 200 metre mark. Empire and Please together, followed by Switched on Time joining in. It's Empire and Please from Switched on Time. Please won't go away. Empire's just in front, though. The favourite will win. Empire by 3 parts Pleased, and Switched on Time third. They cleared out 5 lengths to Gunya and Retry, then Piccolina. Behind those, Rene's Magic, and then Capiday, Rose and Gadfly. A gap in the field to Lamides. It's one of the last ones in with Tequila Sheila, and the last one to clock in, Sportsmaster.
Took the favourite a while to win, but win he did. Empire, ridden by Dale Spriggs, to pay $1.60, $1.10, Please $1.60, a cheeky run, and Switched on Time third, $1.70. Numbers 5, 11, 4. Matthew Hill calling the third at Newcastle. Now Flemington. The top 8, Regal Shot, a Damien Oliver ride at $5.50, open betting on the Hilton on the Park. Pembleton second pick, Mr Royston third pick, and then 8/8s, Delirious, Straight Ace, Matter of Honour and Kashki, with 545,000 up for grabs. Want to check on the full market? Be my guest. Regal Shot $5.50, Pembleton $5.80, Delirious $12, Pittance $37, Mr Royston $8.90, Scratch 6, 8/8s $9.60, and Strabane $18. over to Straight Ace 13, Matter of Honour 14, Slipstream 26, Suit 24, Scratch 13, Little Dozer 21, Pastime 20, Cash Key $11. Grey Regent 40 and the Little Tacker at 55. 629,000 there. Now Alf Matthews' late mail numbers are 2589. 2589 from Alf. 2 minutes to a start at Flemington. There's Empire hacking back to scale at Newcastle with Dale Spriggs on board in the Max Lees stable colours, orange with the black Maltese cross. Empire to pay 160 and 110. Please, 160. Speedy Little Thing, please. Switched on time, third, $1.70. Quinella 4.20, Exacta 5.20, Trifecta $20.50.
They're coming into line. Matter of Honour to go up to 3. Grey Regent coming up now. Moving forward. The Little Tacker just arriving down there. The outside 16 will be occupied by 8/8. Mr. Royston will come off 15. And I notice Pastime riderless and the horse loose up to the top of the chute at the moment. Number 15 here, which is Pastime. A $19 chance at the moment, and this horse loose. He's not doing any harm at the moment, providing he pulls up and, went a bit too close to the fence there. He's just right at the top of the chute. They've got him corralled. It's just a matter of the clerk of the course coming in to pick him up. He just cantered up to the top and he had nowhere to go. He was in the top chute corral virtually, and still he remains boxed in up there, and they'll get him shortly, I'd say, past time. But he's just loose. The gates are being filled here, Dean. And again, with the straight races, it's a race of many, many chances.
It certainly is, Brian, and it would be a big change to the race if Pastime doesn't take his place, because I think he probably would have led the outside brigade. He's a very fast horse, so it would change the just the context of the race a touch. Be interesting to see with Regal Shot. I mean, he's a little risk at the 1100 metres and having to draw inside. I'm sure Ollie's going to have to press to go straight across to the outside and use his speed and hope he can hold on, I'd imagine, Brian.
Yeah, and he is suspect of the trip and the firmer ground, probably not in his favour.
Yeah, he's got no real spoil today with the top weight there. Look, I thought Mr. Royston could run quite well. Good, he's shown some good straight form, and an 8/8's back to a handicap. I mean, her last 3 runs have been at weight for age, and prior to that, she ran in the Stradbroke. So, I mean, back to a handicap today, drawn 18. We know where she's going to be, and I think she'll be right in the race.
OK, and she goes up now to the outside 8/8 to 16. Mr. Royston out in 15, and the veterinary surgeon having a look at Pastime, who's got a little hot down here, as you would imagine. But he just sort of went to play virtually up on the top of the chute here. He just brushed the rail, he breasted the rail, but I wouldn't have thought he did any harm. But wisely, the veterinary surgeon will put the horse under inspection now. In fact, he's on the trot, being led around by an attendant. Looks as though he's going to be cleared. Pastime, the jockey, about to get back up, and that's Grant Buckley, horse down from Hawkesbury. They're all in with the exception of Pastime, who will go up to gate number 11. Delirious ready. Pebbleton set, Pittons, the stablemate in the all-white colours. Just about ready now. Pittons down in 2. Pastime goes up. And Buckley getting back into the saddle. And now they stand, a field of 16 for the Hilton on the Park. First leg of the quadrilla in Melbourne. Suit in 6. Pembleton 7. Slipstream in 5. Stalls back racing. Matter of Honour knuckled out of gate number 3 at the start and missed it about a length and a half. The Little Tacker and Mr. Royston away quickly with 8/8 and travelling forward Strabane. Pastime is showing great speed, and so is Straight Ace, and further in Grey Regent Pembleton. Matter of Honour and further in then Pittons. They're followed by Regal Shot behind them from